You want an example of how brainwashed Houston's MLAs can be? Well, on Friday, I went live on CBC Information Morning with other Cape Breton East candidates, and they called it a roundtable, so it wasn't quite an actual debate, but close enough. Well, Houston candidate Brian Comer immediately dismissed the idea of $300 million more for the CBRM. Now, in our platform, we're offering $75 million a year over 4 years, and I suggested it as a source of money to work on lowering our CBRM property tax rates. The same pursuit that I had in my mayoral campaign, and now we're one step closer because I got it added to the official platform, and that's why I agreed to run on the Liberal ticket. Now that perked Comer up, and more animated than usual, he rejected the idea immediately and said that the CBRM sets the tax rates.
Property tax rates are set by the municipality. This is $300 million, might as well be $500 million. It's just an arbitrary number that was kind of made up at the 11th hour.
Well, yes, Brian, the CBRM sets the tax rates, but the CBRM sets the tax rates as high as they do because without doing so, we'd be insolvent as a municipality. And it's because the province won't provide more for us despite receiving billions in federal equalization every year. This is basic economics. Does Brian not realize that high property tax rates discourage developers from actually building new housing that we need right here? And it's going to keep pushing rental costs up and up. Okay, let's put this all into perspective we can understand. Comer, just because Houston says so, doesn't want to send more money to the CBRM. He already told us that the Houston team says Cape Breton gets everything. But if he rejects $300 million for the CBRM, do you know what he'll actually fully endorse because Houston says so? Well, they'll cancel $40 million in annual revenue from Halifax bridge tolls in the blink of an eye. Yeah, $40 million a year in Halifax. That same amount could cut our residential property taxes in the CBRM almost in half. And every homeowner would see big savings immediately, usually in the thousands, and we'd actually spark a housing development boom. But hey, maybe you're not into that. At least if you vote for Comer, if you travel to Halifax sometime in the future, you might save a couple bucks when you're crossing one of the Halifax bridges. Folks, vote for someone that won't be muzzled so easily. Send me to Halifax and let me get what we need.
Disappointed in MLA White. And I can't even tell you if I'm disappointed or not from Minister Comer because he didn't say anything. This is more than just those MLAs around that table. This is not just our residents. This is their residents. This is their taxpayers. These are their homeowners. They all need to get behind this. And unfortunately, we're walking on party lines here. Eventually, the voters are going to have to decide. The unfortunate part to me is when you look at how much of a majority the current government has, John White and Brian Comer don't get reelected, no problem. They're not going to have a problem with that.